Waterloo School's Student News West High Edition. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Parker. The International Baccalaureate, or IB program, that's us, is a rigorous, world-renowned program that is offered to all high school students in the district.
Here's a glimpse inside an IB art class at West where students are applying the critical thinking skills they've learned in IB.
I was super scared. During the summer when I was doing the homework, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna hate this. I wanna do chemistry instead of art. And then the first day, it was like the least stressful class of the day. I just love coming here. It's so stressful leaving. Just talking and relaxing and doing your art. And we have to learn to not always try and be perfect in here. So like if you do make a mistake, it's not the worst thing in the world, so it's still relaxing.
I was like, I want to take biology and chemistry and do all the science, and everybody kept telling me not to do it because that's really tough in IB to take both of those classes. And when I told Ms. Shea that I wanted to take both of them, she said they're in the same period, so you can't. So you can either take theater arts or visual arts, and I'm like, okay, well darn, I can't take science. So I was kind of bummed, and then I got in here and I just learned to love the atmosphere of this art class and love the atmosphere with the people and just learning more and more about art. And I love that in this class, I get to express my own ideas without super big guidelines. If I was the way I was before I got into this art class, it'd be so much different because I'd want it to look perfect. It's just taught me that it's okay to kind of have stuff be messy sometimes, and that messy is okay, and that failing is okay sometimes too, because that allows you to progress and make less and less mistakes. So it's just opened my eyes to just know that it's okay for stuff not to come out the way that I wanted it to, especially like with this sample page that I am working on right now. Like, it doesn't look perfect, it doesn't look ideal the way I want it to, but what it's showing me is don't do this because this is what happens. You want to do this because this is what happens. So it's just showing me, like, that's a lot of help to be able to make mistakes here so that I don't make those same mistakes in my bigger project. The best part is that none of the connections are made for us. We make them all ourselves. They're set up for us to be able to find them for ourselves.
Hoover Middle School developed a video to showcase their vision and their leadership mission. I went to Hoover, and I had many leadership opportunities while I was there. Let's check out their video.
Hey, Mike Fisher here. I'm so happy that you're checking out Hoover Middle School and what makes us a wonderful and peculiar learning family. We have built our school around a clear, visible vision, mission, and core values. Our vision is simple: influence the world, serve others, and save lives. We believe that all of us at Hoover, staff and students, are called to influence the world by making it a better place from having walked through it. Second, we believe in serving others. We want all of our Hoover family to be servant-hearted leaders who lessen the suffering of others in all that they do. Finally, we believe that we save lives. Each of our students that walk through the doors of Hoover Middle School will either be a taxpayer or tax burden, and we believe that we are called to influence that decision. Our mission is our strategy. It is how we achieve our vision and make it come to life. Our mission is as simple in its words as it is complex in its goal. We want to make sure that every Hoover student graduates high school. Our core values are the soul and spirit of Hoover Middle School. We often call this our DNA because if you were to cut us, our core values are what we would bleed. The first core value is doing what is best for kids. We always keep this at the heart of every decision made. Our second core value is excellence. We define this as doing the little things well, and when we do the little things well, the big things take care of themselves. Our third core value is leadership. We believe this means communicating others' worth and potential so clearly they are inspired to see it in themselves. And next, we believe in family. This means that nobody gets left behind. And finally, we believe in growth. This means always believe in the ability to get better each and every day, no matter what. Thanks for checking out Hoover Middle School. We sure hope you'll stop by sometime to learn more and see our vision, mission, and core values in action.
Students at Kingsley Elementary are making great strides thanks to the implementation of goal-setting strategies.
Let's hear more about their goals.
Binder, you got it. And then we're going to move on to your to your next goal, okay? Something new that we are trying is using the 21st century goals, specifically the employability skills. The overall goal is to just give us more specific language of what are we really working with these kids on, what goal areas, because it seems like when they go to get reading interventions or math interventions, you know, it's very specific as far as what they're trying to work on. So with behavior, we're just trying to bring it more specific.
This is helping me be a leader. Like, I have a goal, and it's I can work as a member of a team to complete a task.
I was able to pick my goal, and I think it would help me because I know what I'm gonna work on, and so I can accomplish my goal.
They will have a goal sheet with an interest area at the top, and then we've got their goals. And a way that they're taking charge is we will start with one goal, and we will want to see 3 quality examples of them showing that goal. And so they can take charge and tell their teacher, hey, I think I'm doing this. And they can get it down. Once we have 3 quality examples, then we can go ahead and move to the next goal.
I was supposed to go with my dad to his job out of town. But I got mad because I couldn't go, and I came to school, and I talked to our interventionist, and I worked it out and came back to class.
His goal is trying to work on knowing about change as part of life and to move on, and so it just kind of was like perfect timing that it worked out. So you be on the lookout for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All of these employability skills are things we want everybody to be able to do, but to just narrow it down and focus on one at a time, I think is really helpful.
Our district is utilizing a new science curriculum at the elementary level.
This new curriculum engages students in scientific inquiry through hands-on experiments and critical questioning.
Check out this fun lesson.
These friends just showed that they could blow the block too. I love this. I like when you see a spark and they're like, Mrs. Mills, come look how I did this, or come see how I did this. And then when I have everybody watch one kid, they all want to try it. Versus me telling them, this is how you have to do it. And pull it?
No.
Is that a pull or is that a push? So last year I would have said, this is how you do it. Instead, I give them the materials and say, this is what your goal is. Your goal is to move from one end to the other. How are you going to do it? So I'm not telling them what they need to do. They need to figure it out on their own. 2, 3, 24, 25, 26. Man, I wonder if that was the most efficient way to get it across. They love science. They know that science comes at the very end of the day, that it helps them get through the whole day because they're like, man, something's gonna happen really cool today, and I wonder what it's going to be. So I like to leave them thinking about what's going to happen next. And I ask them to think about what they're going to do tomorrow so that they're going home tonight thinking about it. They have all day tomorrow to think, oh man, I can't wait till we get to science. And then they're going to get to share what they thought about.
To make like a trap and make it like and put them on and test them.
I volunteered to be a part of writing the curriculum because I love science so much, and that was when I was a kid. I got to really explore and bloom. So that's what I want to make happen with my kids too. I want them to love coming to school to get to do not just math and reading, but science and social studies, and love everything that they do.
What does it mean for a scientist to observe, Chantel?
Look very closely.
Look very closely. So this is called the assist approach now. It's very student-based, inquiry-based, hands-on learning. That's why the kids love it so much. It's all student-based. So they come up with their own questions about what they want to experiment with. And the teacher is just the facilitator. So after they came up, they wrote in their journals about their questions. I will collect the questions and we'll have a discussion about those questions, and then we will base our experiments off of what they want to learn. A lot of it is discussion based too, so they're talking with each other about what they're learning. They're talking with each other about what they're finding out. I just sit back. I'm just the person who says, oh, why do you think that? What evidence do you have about this? It's a lot of evidence, so they're gonna have to learn that if you think this way, you have to show me or tell me why do you think that. You can't just say because I said so.
Shine or shadow? Because you need light to make a shadow.
What I love about it is so hands-on. We are so explicit throughout the day. This is what you need to do. This is what we expect of you to do. Whereas science, I think the reason why the kids love it so much and they are so into it and engaged is because they're taking ownership of this learning. They are working really hard and they are working well together and learning these new skills that maybe they wouldn't get so much in reading or writing or math. So it's a really nice part of our day.
Thanks for watching. Go Wahawks!